What if the single biggest lie about success is the very thing holding you back? Let's be honest. Do you ever watch people who are incredible at what they do and think, they have something I don't? That feeling, that maybe you missed the day they handed out the special talent, is a poison. It makes you feel like you're starting from behind permanently. But what if I told you that feeling is based on a complete myth? The truth the world doesn't celebrate is that experts aren't discovered, they're constructed. They're forged in the unseen hours, in the 5 a.m. alarms when no one is cheering, in the late-night study sessions when the world is asleep, in the tedious, repetitive practice where motivation has long since left the building. Achieving mastery in anything, speaking a new language, building a company, creating art, isn't about magic. It's a blueprint. And that blueprint doesn't belong to a gifted few. It belongs to the committed, the stubborn, the ones who quit waiting for a sign and started building. You don't need a dozen different gifts. You don't need a revolutionary new product. You need an operating system, a system that has created countless masters throughout history, a system built on relentless effort, uncomfortable practice, radical patience, and a deep, driving need to grow. And that system is what I'm giving you now. This isn't just a lesson. This is an activation. This is your framework. This is your path to command. And once you integrate it, you'll stop asking, "What's my purpose?" You'll know your purpose is to build something extraordinary, from the ground up, from the silence. Expertise is not a gift. It's a ritual. Mastery Principle 1. Shatter the talent myth. We begin with the most destructive idea ever sold, that some people are just born for greatness. That single belief has halted more potential than any mistake. It makes people think, "I wasn't selected. I can't compete. I'm not one of the lucky ones." And so they never truly start. But the unspoken reality is this: mastery has zero to do with innate talent. It has everything to do with singular focus. The individuals you look up to, the artists, the entrepreneurs, the athletes, most weren't prodigies. They weren't initially brilliant. They were just willing to remain a novice, to look clumsy for far longer than anyone else. And that persistence changed their entire trajectory. Think about it. Michael Jordan was famously cut from his high school team. The rejection stung, but his response wasn't to quit. It was to become obsessed. He trained relentlessly, focusing not just on his strengths, but brutally on his weaknesses. That's what created a legend, not a gift: obsession. What society labels as natural ability is almost always just accumulated repetitions, struggle, and thousands of solitary hours of work. Skill is just pain, converted into progress. The new belief you must adopt is this: you are not lacking. You are not late to the party. You are simply in the early chapters of your story. And that is a powerful place to be, because it means your most significant growth is still ahead. Stop saying, "I'm not good at this." Start saying, "I haven't put in the work yet." Your current ability is not your final destination. Your daily dedication is. What to do right now? Select one skill you wish to command. Accept that you will be unskilled at the start. Show up regardless. Do it for months, then years, and erase the word talent from your vocabulary. Talent might get you a glance, but obsession builds the empire. Mastery Principle 2. The power of a single focus. Here's a hard truth. Most people never achieve expertise because they are spread too thin. They want to learn coding, get fit, speak a new language, and start a business all at once. They give a little energy to everything and a lot of energy to nothing. The result? Mediocrity across the board. You cannot achieve world-class status in 10 areas simultaneously. You must choose one and pour all of your resources into it. That's what true masters do. They focus with laser-like intensity. They pick one peak and ascend as if their life depends on it. Bruce Lee's famous philosophy captures this perfectly. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. That is the essence of depth over breadth. It's not about chasing every trend. It's about selecting one core skill and drilling it until it becomes part of your identity. If you want to master English, stop juggling 15 apps. Speak every single day. Immerse yourself in the language. If you want to master video editing, stop endlessly watching tutorials. Pick one program and create something daily. The common pattern? People get excited, start something new, lose steam by the end of the week, feel bad, and repeat the cycle for years. This is why you haven't reached expert level yet. Your energy is fragmented, and fragmented effort guarantees fragmented results. The masters choose one path and dedicate time, focus, painful practice, repetition, and immense self-control. They do it when it's boring, when it's difficult, when no one is there to see it. There's an old proverb, if you chase two rabbits, you will catch neither. But if you chase one with everything you have, you will not only catch it, you will feast. Your move right now is to pick your one skill. Ask yourself, if I could only become world-class in one thing in the next 3 years, what would it be? What excites me even when it's difficult? What am I willing to struggle for? Then go all in. No more delays, no more someday. Choose your mountain and start climbing with everything you've got. This is the second law of mastery. The world is full of people who are average at many things. You are about to become exceptional at one, and that changes everything. Mastery Principle 3, the daily non-negotiable. This is the part nobody wants to hear. Who you become is defined by what you do on the days you don't feel like doing it. Anyone can put in the work when they're inspired, when the energy is high, the sun is out, and the results are immediate. But that's not mastery. That's just following your mood, and it's a fragile way to build anything lasting. The reality is, masters show up when it's tedious, when it's painful, when it's completely silent. Consider the author who woke up at 4:30 a.m. every day to write for years. No book deal, no audience, no fame. Just the quiet discipline of facing the page. After nearly a decade of this, he published Atomic Habits. At first, it made no noise, but he persisted. Today, James Clear is a household name because of that book. That didn't come from a viral moment. It came from consistent, invisible, and often lonely work. Skill doesn't develop in occasional bursts. Mastery is crafted in the mundane through repetition, structure, and discipline. Even if it's only for 20 minutes, you do it. Even when you're exhausted, even when the output is imperfect. Mastery doesn't demand perfection. It demands your presence. When you show up daily, a neurological shift occurs. Your brain adapts. Your confidence solidifies. Your identity transforms. You stop thinking, I hope I can do this, and start knowing, I am someone who does this. You must build this identity. I am the person who trains daily. I am the person who works without an audience. I am the person who embraces difficult tasks quietly. This is how you dismantle the old you. This is how you construct the expert version of yourself that seems unrecognizable. You don't need to feel inspired. You just need to keep the promise you made to yourself. Because the person you aspire to be is already doing the work. They're just waiting for you to join them one day at a time. Mastery Principle 4. Honor the 10,000-hour law. Let's be realistic. If world-class skill was easy, everyone would have it. But they don't, because most people desire the outcome without the time investment, the results without the repetition, the ability without the sweat. That is not how the universe works. The genuine mastery in any complex field requires around 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. That translates to roughly 3 hours daily for a decade or 5 hours daily for 5 years. This isn't a punishment, it's the admission price for greatness. Before the Beatles were legends, they were playing 8-hour sets in Hamburg clubs for years, honing their sound. That was thousands of hours of work before fame ever found them. They were unknown, unpaid, but getting incrementally better every single night. The rule is simple. Put in the grind now, receive the glory later. When asked why he practiced for hours before games, basketball great Kobe Bryant's mentality was, while they are sleeping, I am working. While they are resting, I am improving. That is not talent. That is hour upon hour of intentional, focused improvement. What do most people do? They try something for a few days. They give up. They claim it's too hard. They scroll through social media instead of doing the real work. They expect to become a genius in a month. But mastery is indifferent to your expectations. It only responds to your repetitions. Your new approach must be to fall in love with the long game. Track your hours. Find joy in the boring, uneventful days. Get excited about small, incremental wins. Shift your question from, am I good enough, to, how many hours did I invest this week? 1 hour a day equals 365 hours a year. 2 hours a day is 730. In 3 years, you'll be ahead of 99% of people who gave up. Don't stare at the entire mountain. Just take the next step. Just complete the next hour. The mindset of, if I just give this 1 to 2 hours daily, no matter what, I will become unstoppable, is the silent fire that forges greatness.
Mastery Principle 5. The 1% Kaizen Method. If there is one philosophy responsible for building the greatest organizations, athletes, and innovators, it is Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese term meaning continuous, incremental improvement. It's not about dramatic overnight changes. It's about getting 1% better every single day. Most people fail at mastering a skill not due to laziness, but because their expectations are wildly unrealistic. They want fluent English in a month, a perfect body in 2 weeks, or a huge income in 30 days. When that instant transformation doesn't materialize, they quit, feeling the disappointment of a failed promise. Kaizen rescues you from this cycle. What does Kaizen look like in practice? You learn 3 new words today and use them in conversation. You practice your skill for 15 minutes, even if your focus is low. You study one small concept and apply it immediately. You track your progress quietly for your own growth. You don't need to be twice as good as you were yesterday. You just need to be 1% better. If you improve by just 1% every day for a year, compounding interest means you will be 37 times better by the end. Not double, not triple, 37 times better. That is mathematical fact, not motivational fluff. Toyota's rise to becoming an automotive powerhouse wasn't just about engineering. It was about Kaizen. Every employee was empowered to find tiny daily improvements, shaving half a second off an assembly motion, clarifying one line in a manual, seemingly insignificant things that over years created one of the most efficient companies on earth. Ask yourself every evening, what did I learn today? What slightly improved? What was confusing? How can I be 1% better tomorrow? Never underestimate that tiny 1% shift. While everyone else is desperately chasing massive overnight breakthroughs, you will be steadily constructing a level of skill that no one can easily match. Small disciplines, practiced with relentless consistency, create extraordinary results the world cannot overlook. Kaizen is the master's mindset. You are never done. You are always evolving. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Mastery Principle 6. Learn from the scarred, not the shiny. In the modern world, everyone can appear to be an authority. Perfect production, a confident voice, impressive claims. But the critical problem is that many are teaching things they haven't truly lived. They sell shortcuts and hacks without the foundation of real experience and hard-won mastery. If you learn from the wrong sources, you build a flawed system from the start. This is why the golden rule is, study those who bear the scars of the journey, not those who just sell the map. Kobe Bryant didn't learn basketball from random influencers. He obsessively studied tapes of Michael Jordan. He broke down every footwork detail, every movement, every breath. He wasn't just watching, he was apprenticing from a true master, even from a distance. Warren Buffett didn't build his investing wisdom from quick online clips. He immersed himself in the work of Benjamin Graham, reading thousands of pages to internalize the principles of value investing. That's how you build generational wealth of knowledge, not just fleeting luck. Your mission is to pick one or two genuine masters in your field. Read their books, analyze their interviews, understand their failures and struggles. Adopt their mindset, don't just copy their lifestyle. Mastery is transferred through a form of apprenticeship, even a silent one. Before you learn from anyone, ask, have they truly walked this path? Have they endured the struggles of this skill? Is their level of mastery what I genuinely aspire to? If the answer is no, do not learn from them. Learn from those who have been through the fire, not those who just play with sparks. When you study experts with real scars, you learn how to think, not just what to do. And that makes you truly formidable. This is your new operating system. The path isn't easy. You will want to quit. You will feel invisible. But now you know the code. You were never behind. You were just unfocused. You were never untalented. You were just undisciplined. You don't need more motivation. You need more repetitions, more presence, more consistency. Starting now, you give that to yourself. Pick your one skill. Show up daily. Respect the 10,000-hour principle. Improve by 1% every day. Learn from the scarred. And remember, you don't need to announce who you are becoming. Just become it. When the world finally sees you, they will be stunned. But you will just smile because you built it all in the quiet. If this connected with you, don't just listen, act. Save this, return to it, and most importantly, become the person nobody expected. Mastery is waiting for you. If this provided value, please like this video and follow the journey here on Winds of Thought for more.